Welcome to my introduction to Google Images. So we're going to do some image searches, but we're not just going to keep it basic. We're going to try to find some images that are actually helpful to us that'll fit some criteria without having to search through thousands of images. And we're going to talk about how to make Google do that searching for us. So as I'm setting up my Google Classrooms for the year, I'm a math teacher and I do enjoy some math background images as my header for my Google Classroom. And you get a lot of them if you just search by this. So we want to talk about some ways to make this a little bit more compact with your search results that are going to help you find exactly what you needed. So as always, these are your options in a Google search. You could search all results, you can search just for images, you could search shopping, you could search for videos, you could search Google News. There's other options here on things you could have been looking for. But since we're looking for images, we went to images.google.com. It took us directly to all of our lovely pictures. So I want to pick one that's going to look great in my Google Classroom. I love greens, so I can narrow it down by green if I want all of my students to see some green background images. So that's going to narrow it down by color so I can find something that I personally like a little bit more. The file type, if you are a clip art fan, that's something that might help you out. If you want something that moves, this might not be the greatest choice for the banner at the top of your Google Classroom, but it is definitely an option. You could do GIFs. I generally tend to look for those if I'm trying to post like a funny, Happy New Year kind of thing in the stream as opposed to the background. You could look for recent images. This might be more impactful if you are doing a search for an image for a current event or something like that. If you are trying to publish something, you definitely want to consider usage rights. So if you are creating a project or something like that, that might be featured on your school's Instagram or Facebook or something, you might want to make sure that you use Creative Commons licenses because those are all images that are permitted to be used. Now, the one that's going to impact Google Classroom a lot is the size of your image. If you pick the wrong size image, it's going to look either stretched out or cut off or pixelated or something that's no fun. So when I look through these images, of course I could click on it and see the size of the image, but I don't want to have to go one by one, right click, try to get the information about this image, or hover on every single one at a time to get this information at the bottom. I would rather just have those large file sizes that are going to make my background on that banner look the smoothest, and I want Google to do that work for me because that's kind of the point of having Google. And here we go. All of these images, I'm guaranteed, are going to be large file sizes that are going to work well for me. Okay, so I don't see a green one that I like. I can get rid of my search color and turn it to any color. And then it'll just pull up all those images again. It takes it a second to load, but it'll pull up. See, now I have some brown images. This has various colors in it. There's a lot of options up here that you can play around with. The most helpful that I've found are the size of it and sometimes the type of it to help you select something that's appropriate for your audience. You can clear all of these options if you want to go back to the original search, but I would also like to point out the Safe Search option. Safe Search will keep this work safe for you, especially if you are someone like a health teacher who might be looking for something that can pull up some strange results that you didn't intend. Safe Search is definitely something you want to make sure is turned on anytime you do a Google search, especially related to your work account. I hope this helps you get started with finding some images and tooling those results and fine-tuning them so that you can find exactly what you're looking for.